At the catch weight of 173 pounds, John Kennedy versus Dwayne Johnson. Let's now do the numbers as our tale of the tape is presented by Hurrdat.
John Kennedy at 172.8, Dwayne Johnson right on the mark, 170.2.
Back we go to Mike Markham.
The following bout is presented by Hurrdat. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and a victory FC catch weight of 173 pounds. Introducing first, the man fighting out of the Harrah's Hotel and Casino Blue Corner. A striker and jiu-jitsu practitioner. He is a veteran of 22 professional bouts. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 172.8 pounds. Fighting out of Moline, Illinois, John Haterproof Kennedy. His opponent awaits across the cage and fights out of the CageTix.com red corner. A mixed martial artist, his record stands at 2-0. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in officially at 170.2 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Omaha, Nebraska, Dwayne Johnson. Your referee, Brandon Pfannenstiel.
The bell in round number 1. Red trunks for John Kennedy, black trunks for Dwayne Johnson. Outside kick, right hand from Kennedy on the counter. Head kick. Outside kick, nice combination from Johnson. Kennedy now walking forward, very tall in his stance, putting out the left hand. Throwing the side kick. See the lateral movement from Dwayne Johnson. Looking for the axe kick, and that landed. And then Johnson walks away off of the axe kick.
Yeah, there's something you don't see every day in the MMA cage is that someone gets dropped with an axe kick. That'll show up on Dwayne's highlight reel, I'm sure, at some point.
Short right hand, and Kennedy misses with the left. Johnson pulling back that kick. Outside kick from Dwayne Johnson. See the feints, 3 and all from Johnson, then the outside kick. Again, the side kick from John Kennedy. Kennedy again walking forward, is finding some success with that right hand as Johnson steps in. Spinning back kick from Kennedy. Right hand, big wide punches from Kennedy. The right definitely got through. That head kick is not from Dwayne Johnson.
Johnson, with all that boxing experience, is used to having a lot of punches come at him.
Looks for the axe kick again, slipped, and now Kennedy trying to take the back. Kennedy getting very high, transitioning to an armbar, nothing there. Johnson pulls free. Outside kick again from Johnson. Joe, that outside kick is there in this fight for Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, definitely. And if he wants to keep going to it, he can definitely take advantage of it over the course of a long fight. Looks to me like he's trying to get Kennedy out of here. He's just trying to pick a way to do it. He's tried a couple fancy kicks. Hasn't really settled down on just some straight, hard, old-school boxing like we used to seeing from Dwayne Johnson. And Kennedy is not going anywhere. He's staying right in front of him and doesn't care that Dwayne Johnson's a hot prospect in MMA.
Kennedy just landed a switch kick to the body. Again, there's that outside kick. Partially checked, but still landed. Much more traditional martial arts striking base for John Kennedy. And he eats that big elbow strike, and Johnson tells him to get up. We've seen the side kicks and the switch kick from John Kennedy. We've seen 2 axe kicks, one of which landed and dropped Kennedy from Dwayne Johnson.
And one which dropped Johnson himself. Both times he threw it was with power, and the second time he missed it, it grounded him. But the first one he landed and dropped his opponent. So, you know, you got to take chances out there. Johnson's definitely done that a couple times in this round.
High risk, high reward. 125 now remaining round number 1. Still a fairly tentative pace from both men. See Kennedy sticking out the left hand, throwing the 1-2. Johnson eluding that right hand. There's the head movement now from Dwayne Johnson. Missing with the lead right hook. Smile on the face of Johnson. Can you see that side kick from John Kennedy? Not much on that one. Johnson now starting the play, starting the clown, lands the outside kick.
Let's go, John!
"20 seconds remaining round number 1. Looking for the jump knee, nothing there from Kennedy. Touch of gloves, we fight on. And the outside kick. That's a recurring theme in round 1. The outside kick landed. Johnson going for a modified axe kick there. That's the end of round number 1. That was a unique round.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think that Dwayne Johnson's confident that he can handle this fight, but he's not in a hurry to get in and try to take himself out of this fight by getting tired or overexerting himself on too crazy of shots, although we saw a couple axe kicks. So I think that he knows the finish will come if he stays on his game plan, but John Kennedy's proven to be tough out there. And, you know, at the end of the day, we got a kid with 2 pro fights against a guy with 22 pro fights. So I don't care what the records say all the time. That's a lot of experience out there, and I think that's what's made this fight more competitive than maybe some people anticipated.
Gorgeous elbow there from Johnson that dropped Kennedy. Very interestingly, Joe, Johnson not following Kennedy to the canvas. Your scorecard round 1?
10-9 Dwayne Johnson, and you know, I think he's not following him down because he wants to try to get a knockout in this fight, but you know, you can't let opportunities pass you by. If you see something on the ground, he might jump on it as we go later on into the fight.
Round number 2. And the outside kick.
Go.
Counter kick to the body from Kennedy.
Let's go.
If you look at this stance, it's not a traditional modern MMA stance for John Kennedy, which is why he has continually been open to eating those big outside kicks on his front leg. Much more turn than we're used to seeing in MMA.
Yeah, you know, that looks more like a boxing stance, or, you know, maybe a more traditional martial arts stance where he's a lot more sideways. In MMA, we have to square up a little bit more most of the time to avoid
just that
and takedowns. Right, exactly. So
takedowns and being kicked. Outside kick once more. See Johnson feinting. Johnson looks to be a fighter who feels as though he is in full control of this bout. Reverse backhand actually being thrown by Kennedy. We've seen axe kicks, side kicks, now a reverse backhand.
Go some combos, John, let's go.
Credit John Kennedy, he's still in this fight. Dropped by the axe kick, dropped by the big elbow in round number 1. Nearly the offensive output from Dwayne Johnson here in round 2. 3:05 remaining in this round. More of a slip, and again Johnson telling Kennedy to get up. Short uppercut got through, Joe, but that seemed more off balance than anything.
Yeah, there were some short shots in range there. Could have knocked Kennedy a little loopy or just knocked him off balance. But, that's either way, that's the third time he's been dropped in this fight from strikes from Dwayne Johnson. He hasn't followed to the ground to capitalize. So obviously,
huge head kick. And again, Johnson says get up, as does Brandon Pfannenstiel. Very measured from Dwayne Johnson.
Don't get pinched, John.
He has seized control of this fight. Johnson just shadow boxing in front of John Kennedy now. Fainted on the head kick. Through the reaction nonetheless. Big outside kick, and that drops John Kennedy. And again, Johnson tells him to stand. Another kick dropping. And still Johnson won't go in for the finish, and Pfannenstiel again telling John Kennedy to stand up. Johnson in full showboat mode now. A bit of parkour to mix with the MMA.
that was a nice backflip. If he would have tore his ACL, he'd be feeling a little bit weird about that decision out there, but it looked cool. I wish I could do it.
Joe, there's clowning and then there's toying. This is toying.
Yeah, but at the same time, DJ's not getting him out of there. Dwayne Johnson needs to step in there, and if he wants to toy the guy this bad, then go in there and prove to me you can finish him right now, He wants out.
Big elbow strike, and Brandon Pfannenstiel has seen enough. Unconventional, but there is the win for Dwayne Johnson. He's now 3-0.
And he did it on his terms. He obviously wanted to fight that fight stand up until he was able to finish him, and he did just that. Took his time, picked his shots, did a backflip, got the finish.
Dwayne Johnson, the epitome of patience in that fight, continually dropping John Kennedy until finally Brandon Pfannenstiel called an end to the fight. It just simply turned uncompetitive.
Yeah, definitely a great showing by Dwayne Johnson. Landed that outside kick repeatedly. Some big shots throughout this fight from Johnson. And then just for the heck of it, backflip.
There's the finish. That's our move of the fight, presented by All Max Nutrition, Joe, on the elbow.
Yeah, it's a big elbow after repeated leg kicks. I think Kennedy wanted out of there, couldn't stand on that leg anymore. Just taking unnecessary damage at that point, so a big finish for Dwayne Johnson.
Somewhere Marco Huas is smiling and Paul Varlins is cringing. I know you get that reference on the vicious leg kicks, the elbow strike to finish. Here's Mike Markham.
Referee Brandon Pfannenstiel holds the bout at 3 minutes 56 seconds of the second round. Your winner by technical knockout, Dwayne Johnson.
So just under 20 minutes from now, we will resume with VFC 56. 8 fights headed your way, including our co-main event. That is the fight for the Victory welterweight title. The Brazilian Yuri Villaforte versus the champion fighting in his home city of Omaha, Cassius Kane. And then our main event of the evening at stake, Victory's bantamweight title. Undefeated Rafion Stotts versus UFC veteran and 2-weight class belt holder in Victory, Rob Emerson. All coming your way, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. local time here in Omaha. 5 AMI fights tonight, Joe. very high quality.
Yeah, we had a lot of submission victories, a lot of really even matchups. Victory has really set themselves apart as far as the amateur portion of these cards go. A lot of people that are MMA fans only show up for the live shows for the pro portion of the card, and if you do that at Victory, you're definitely missing out on not only good matchups, but also the future stars of Victory tomorrow, the guys that are going to be fighting on the main card soon. We saw that tonight. Again, just a very high level as far as the amateurs go. You can go to a lot of pro cards and see less competitive fights than all the fights we saw tonight.
Micah Petrowski claiming Victory's amateur lightweight championship. He seems to be a definite star of the future. And then Dwayne Johnson trying to be a star of the present, now 3-0 in his pro MMA career. So Joe and I will see you top of the hour on UFC Fight Pass for VFC 56.